But if you ain't bringing the energy on high, then you might as well just be a whatever. But the word Naki means serpent. How do we know this? Because you go back to the ancient scriptures and you find the same word, Nike. Oh, they spell it in the Bible. Let me show you. A Nikite. Same word. A Nikite. Or they also say within the African culture, for example, there's many different languages, but they spell it like this. Enoki. Enoki. They spell it Enoki or Enoka. Enoka. And this is within Nigerian tongue, which is the Yoruba tongue. This is within the Swahili tongue. This is all throughout the whole culture of Africa. They got the exact same terminology for the serpent or the snake, Naki. Now, how is that possible? And then you come over to America and you study the science of the Olmec, the Mayans, the Incas, the Aztecs, in which they speak about Quetzalcoatl and Kukulkan. Kukulkan, you know what Khan means? Khan means serpent. Khan means serpent. Okay. You know, this is what he's afraid of. He's afraid of your illumination. You know what I'm saying? Why he think he taking the name, you know, calling himself the Illuminati, when he can't produce not one bit of spectrum of light. You know what I'm saying? He can't even live up under the damn sun that give life to everything that's here. So how the hell can he be the illuminated one?
What's this thing with them exploring Mars now?
And nothing. There's another another distraction in which that they want everybody to focus their attention out there to the moon and to Mars while they fuck up shit here. And that's the truth of the matter. You know what I'm saying? They have never gone to the moon. They have never gone to Mars. You know what I'm saying? All of that is, once again, CIA disinformation. They want us to think that they have greater technology than they actually have. Everybody knows. Right. Right. It's the same thing. And that's what I'm talking about. It's the hologram. You know what I'm saying? Everything that exists outside of you is inside of you. Matter of fact, we'll go over that. The 3 stars in Orion's belt is nothing more than the 3 major glands in your brain, which is the design of the Giza Plateau. You got the hypothalamus gland, the pineal gland, and the pituitary gland, and they all sit in the exact same formation as the 3 pyramids on the Giza Plateau and the 3 stars in the Orion belt. Is that something? Is that a coincidence? Come on, I mean, come on. If I cut your head open sideways, and I'm looking at 3 major glands in your body that sits in the exact same pattern as the 3 stars in the Orion belt, which is supposedly external of yourself. That's the only reason why astrology works, is because of the fact that it's based on the human body. Because that is an illusion out there, and the real shit is here with you. But even this here is still a hologram itself. So you got to learn how to manipulate this hologram, this illusion. And you can manipulate it in any way in which that you see fit, because you are the all, and everything in this universe is mental. So the thing is that if it's mental, that means that everything is based on consciousness. And the problem has been consciousness. So let's get into consciousness. My brother's the 5%ers, you know what I'm saying, because that is my first foundation, you know what I'm saying. We was taught that there was 5 levels of consciousness. I go into 6, you know what I'm saying, plus 1 more in which that actually makes 7. You know, we go into the fact of personal consciousness, intra, personal consciousness, some more charcoal, baby. Life consciousness, subconsciousness, super consciousness, magnetic consciousness, and infinite consciousness. Each conscious level is related to the 7 chakras. Interpersonal consciousness is related to the first chakra, which is called the base or root chakra. This is the conscious level in which that basically is about me, myself, and I, about survival. Okay? In which that most of the time, you know, that's what it seems like these niggas are on this planet is on right now, if you just look around. So that means that the white man and caste is, this is the fall of man. The fall of man is talking about the fall of consciousness within man himself. Man means intelligence, higher mind. That is the science of the word. Look up in the Webster Dictionary, you'll find out that the word man means mind. The mind. So the mind of man fell. This is the fall of man. And he fell from infinite consciousness to impersonal consciousness. So interpersonal consciousness have a nigga stuck on survival. It's all about the, you know, it's all about the business, baby. You know, right? Deals with family, the establishment of family, the production of family. In other words, right? Life consciousness deals with the solar plexus, which deals with willpower, the power to bring things into existence in order to manifest. When this is connected to the pineal gland or the higher infinite consciousness, then you can manifest anything here into the third dimensional world. It has to be activated though. Subconsciousness deals with the heart chakra. You use your heart chakra in order to bring forth your desires. Okay? That's what the heart is symbolic to, is the desires. Or it is also called the desire body. Superconsciousness deals with the throat chakra. Is at this point in which that you can express yourself fully to, you know what I'm saying, in order to manifest through the voice, through sound, all right? Magnetic consciousness is dealing with the pituitary gland. It's called the queen of the kingdom, which is talking about the dome, which is talking about the head. Then infinite consciousness is dealing with the pineal gland. The awakening of the pineal glands taps you back into your immortal body, which is talking about your spiritual soul or your higher spiritual body, which is called your soul body, okay? For example, this would be the dwelling place or the abode in this interpersonal consciousness of the Kundalini energy in its lowest state. Within an ancient text, it tells you that the Kundalini is half asleep, that is wrapped 3.5 times coiled at the base of the spine. This is what they say. All right? I agree with them because I've done felt all of the activity of the activation of the Kundalini process. The science is that when the Kundalini awakens, you would feel like a spasm here at the lower back area. That is the rumbling or the thunder in which that is spoken about within the book of Revelations. Because the book of Revelations is telling you nothing more than about the Kundalini symptoms. Whenever it speaks about, within the book of Revelations about the 7 thunders, that is talking about the spasms in which that you feel as the Kundalini energy comes up and awakens and burn off what is called the etheric threads. There's etheric threads in your spinal column in which that is attached to 31 nerves. And these 31 nerves is embedded inside of the spinal column. But there's 2 nerves outside of the spinal column called your sacral nerves, in which that is called your Ida and your Pingala. Your Ida and your Pingala. Ida